Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. My name's Michelle Edhouse and today I'm going to play with red and green. Now these greens were created by mixing Reeves Deep Yellow with Reeves Cobalt Blue. And I'm going to include some of the yellow in this, and I'm also going to include Brilliant Red, and just gonna make sure that all of these are at a too blobby. Okay, I'm just gonna water them down a bit and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I have thinned them down with a bit of water so that they're all a reasonable consistency, just so that it pours off. Let me just tilt that so that you can see it, so that it pours off in one nice long stream like that. That's a good thickness I've found. So, and as you can see, this record has had its label removed. This was a record that I'd poured on, didn't like it, cleaned it off, and as I cleaned it off the label started to come off, so I've taken the whole label off and going to play with that. So what I'm looking at creating is I'm going to put both the blue and the yellow, which were creators of these greens, and two greens. One is this one is 50-50 of those two colors, and this one is 66% of the blue and 33 of the yellow. And then so just sort of making a combo of the two colors, and then just throwing a bit of red in just for a bit of contrast. How much fun can we create? I might even put a little bit of white in, but I'm going to keep the white well away from the red because I do not want pink. So take my jewellery off first so I don't get paint all in amongst the gems. I've put a piece of sellotape on the back of the record to stop the paint from falling through, and you'll see some scratch marks. That's from where I've sanded, trying to get the last of the bits of paper off, because it doesn't. How does it get any better than that? Alright, so I'm going to start with the blue. I've not got a lot of the blue in there. And then some green. Then some yellow. I'm doing this in an open pipe scenario just because I can. I don't know why. Most often when you do it in an open pipe like this, it's because you're planning to do a drag, but I'm not planning to do a drag. I'm planning to do a flip cut. And you know how I said I didn't want to put the white in on the red? Well, the red's floating. I can't get rid of it. So I think that's the painting trying to tell me that it doesn't want to have white in it. Oh no, there we go. It's sunk. Let's put some white in. Now I am also aware of the fact that this canister is not going to hold as much paint as is required. So So, oh, it's coming out the bottom. It's escaping. Oh wow, okay. What's right about that? I'm not getting. And let's see. Let's add some more. Oops, that went out the outside. How much fun have you been having today? I know some of you come and watch videos to escape the real world. What else is possible? Right, let's lift this up completely. I think this one's going to be quite muted in its colours, maybe. Just going to spread that around a bit. Now, because we have green left, I'm gonna make a bit of a outer edge. Before I start tilting. Kind of make a bit of a negative space kind of look for it, but also to help drag the paint out. Make sure we get paint all the way out to the edge with ease. Spin it around a bit. Spread this out too. Ooh, that's a cool noise, that little scraping noise on the record. Yes, I know, I'm weird. But that's why you like me. If you didn't like me, you wouldn't watch my videos, or you would put me on mute and just watch the art. And how does it get any better than that? I love that about YouTube. You can pick and choose how you watch your videos. It's so awesome. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to tilt. I've had some cells coming up there, which is very cool. Oh, I like that yellow coming through. That's a really nice. Okay, so now that we've got it reasonably large, I'm going to try and get it so that it's even around the edges. And I want to keep that ring of green on the outside. I really quite like that. So I don't want the colour going dashing off the edge. This is quite subtle in its colourings actually, and I get that's because the greens are made from the blue and the yellow, so they've actually blending, and the blend where they've blended together they're merging with the other green, which is awesome. It's so cool. Wow. Oopsie, the colour escaped. No, that was not the plan. Oh well, all the best plans go awry at times. The best of laid plans don't always create the best results. Oh, I'm liking it. Definitely not my colours. Definitely not the colours that I tend to decorate my home with. But I like them anyway. It's one of the things that painting has given me the awareness of. Just because I wouldn't use a colour in my own home, just because I wouldn't wear the colour as a piece of clothing, doesn't mean I have to dislike it. I used to really dislike green, and I looked at it one day. Actually, amazing woman Simone Millicus gave me a pair of earrings and a necklace, and they were green. I was like, what are you doing giving me green? So I started asking questions about what points of view I had about green, and where I was refusing to receive green in my life. And the more I looked at that, the more I started to recognize how much I'd cut green out of my reality, and how much I was refusing to receive, not just from the colour green, but people that like to wear green, or anywhere else green was in the world. So, what colours are you refusing that keeps you from receiving everything with ease? So we've had some little cells come up, as well as the big ones that have been playing. So that's cool. Now it's looking a lot bluer in the screen than it really is. One of these days I'm going to work out a way to make it so you guys see it how I see it. I'm sure there's some sort of studio lighting that would allow that to happen. I'm just aware that this is not quite sealing on the edges here. If you're planning to clean your records, I don't recommend dunking them under water like I do with canvases. What was that? What is that? But still making sure that you've got a good seal all the way around. Just ensures that it's not going to peel off so easily. Did I get it? No. Out. Alright. So, still actually bringing up little tiny cells. They're so cool. Wow. I'm going to get you down and show you them because they're super cool. Check it out, guys. How cool is that? So you've got the big cells that came up when I first lifted the lid, and as I stretched it, they've stretched and they're very cool. But then you've also got these little tiny ones that have just come through with the heat, and they give so much texture, so much interest, and I really like them. They also, a lot of them have quite a bit of depth in them. They like this one here. Can I get you to see it as I see it? It's not gonna. There it is. Look at that. How many rings there are in that one. It's so cool. And then even these muted ones, they're kind of like hiding under there, but they're just under the surface saying hi. And check out these ones. I think these ones are delicious. They actually remind me of a crocodile skin. Yeah, they're cool. Then we've got some more multicoloured ones just in there. Some really beautiful fadings from one colour to another. Sorry about the shine. But look at that, it's almost like it's been watermarked. It's so bizarre. You just never know what's going to show up when you do these paintings. I like that a lot. It's like a rainbow and a ball and a, I don't know, like a rainbow donut almost. This top part's quite intense in places. And I like this bit. Look at those little tiny insy-wincy cells around the edge. It almost looks like a mushroom of some description growing there. And then again we've got tiny, 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 tiny little cells. Wow, isn't that cool? This one I think I'm going to take some close-ups of. They're so cool. Look, hiding little caterpillars under the surface. Oh, this is one you could stare at for hours, I think. It's got some really yumminess in it. How does it get any better? What else is possible? How does it get any better and what else is possible are two questions from Access Consciousness. And, you know, you can use them whether the world is going to custard and you... Oh! Check out those dots around the edge there. I wonder what creates those. Those are cool. And you can use those two questions, whether the world's going to custard or whether it's really, really awesome, And you get to basically asking the universe, God, whoever it is that you believe in, that you'd like something greater. Even though this is really awesome, what else is possible? How does it get even better? How much more beauty can we create? And if it's really crappy, dude, I'd like a better life than this. I'd like more ease, more joy, more glory. Please, can I have something greater? And so what if there is always something else possible, something greater, something more beautiful, more fun, more joyful, more ease? So I really, really, really like this painting, even though it's green. And I'm looking forward to seeing it dried. So I'll be back with you really soon, probably in the next 24 hours, 48 hours my time, next few seconds your time, to show you it nice and dry. Alright, so this one has finally dried. I let it dry under the box for, I don't know, nearly 5 days I think. It was really, really thick. And so it has dried, and as you can see, it is dried very vibrant. Still very green. I mean, I can see doves in flight. I can see all sorts of things in this painting. It's just got so much in it. So I'm just going to bring you back down and show you. Even though I allowed it to dry under the thing, it's got some air bubbles that have popped and left their little pock marks, but that's cool. Resin-ing those, they'll disappear, and so will this is the one I did, of course you remember, I peeled the label off, and you can actually see through here that, but again, resin's going to change that. I really like it when it's in the daylight, not so much of a fan. Do like, check this out, look at that, there's that line of dots. It's like, it's so cool, I love it. And then there's another one over here on the mushroom, or what I call the mushroom, right across the edge of the, through in here. I like it, it's cool. So I'm pleased with this one, excited about the way it's dried. And yeah, it's going to be on the resining pile once I pluck up the courage to resin. I'm doing some experiments with resin at the moment, so I can feel confident before I go in and do one of the fabulous records that I absolutely adore. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed this video and you haven't already subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe and click the bell so that when I post new videos you get notified and you get to come and play along with me as you watch my videos. And hey, if you are creating your own magic, doing your own paintings, and if they've been inspired by my videos, I'd love to hear about them. My Facebook page is Mickey Art, MCEART1 is what you need to search for, and that will find me, message me, tag me, whatever you want to do. I'd love to hear from you. And how much fun can you have whatever you're doing, whether you're at work, whether you're playing with paint, whether you're conversing in your relationships? How much fun can you have today beyond what you thought was possible? I adore you. Have fun. Bye bye.